I'm Evan Lazarus, Chief Knowledge Officer for T3Live.com. You don't become a great trader by watching videos and taking courses. You become a great trader through live screen time. Accelerate that learning curve by tapping into the experience of seasoned professionals. Currently, we're offering 5-day free trials to each of our 4 mentoring rooms. In the mentoring rooms, we teach our strategies in the context of the live market. To sign up for a free trial, go to the T3 Live education page, fill out the form, and get started when the next trading session begins. We hope to see you in one of our mentoring rooms.
Good morning. My name is Scott Redler, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome for my little Apple update. I do it once a week or so to try and give some tactics, how to approach it, sometimes more macro, sometimes more micro. And recently, since obviously September, the highs, it's been on a micro approach or intermediate approach where every level that Apple tried to test, it broke. Every time I looked for support or tried to have a few day or multi-day rally, you could have surgically removed some gains, but it failed each and every time. So everyone's trying to say, what now? Is this time different? Since, increasing their dividend and having the massive buyback and having the report out of the way, are we finally at a low? Okay, at this particular point, I think there are levels to watch and clues that we could look at, from where we stand right now. Now I know after the report, you had a big gap down. A lot of targets were all lowered to the 300s or from the trees down to normal prices. And funny thing happened is we opened down, the stock took it in stride and then showed us something a bit different. If you look here at the chart of Apple, you will see ever since the highs here up at 700, it broke many levels. This was your head and shoulders top, breaking the 50-day after breaking the 21-day. Here was a trend line that it also broke, giving you some clues to get out of the way. Then, lo and behold, fast forward all the way to the lows here. So after earnings, nobody truly knew what kind of effect the buyback would have. All you knew is that here was your earnings day. It gapped down, tried to test this somewhat of a trend line, couldn't do it the first day, and then look what happened. You had an inside day. This was the day I was heading to the Boca conference where I tweeted that, getting long here at 409 versus, first 405 or something like that. And I said if we can get through 419, that was a significant pivot that could be a spot to add for a move to the 50-day. And what happened? We got through this 419. Lo and behold, here was the pause of the 50-day, and now we're above it. Okay, for those on the virtual trading floor, you've seen me long Apple pretty much from this level all the way to about 436 yesterday. I am now out of Apple considering the size of this move that just took place. Doesn't mean it's done, doesn't mean it's going to fall apart, just means that I took the trade and I will figure it out. Last time we had a nice trade here in Apple, if you remember, was when it crossed above this downtrend that was put in place. Okay, it then also took back the 50-day, gave you a slight follow through, and then I said if it doesn't hold this area, get out of the way, and look what happened. We came all the way back to the lows. So it was a nice trade, but if you stayed too long, you gave back your gains. This time does feel a bit different considering you have a big buyer in there themselves. Anyway, for today, it's opening up a little bit. You have a pivot here of 445.25. So if we were to open up and trade back below, chances are maybe that'll give you some type of corrective or pause. At this time, if we do test a 50-day moving average, let's see if it holds. If it holds, it's showing you something different. The last few times the stock tried to rally, it has not showed us anything different. Remember this red dog reversal back here in November gave you a nice move, and then this shouldn't have happened. Then remember we started 2013, big igniting bar, gap up, couldn't hold it. So here we are. This time it failed. This has been a really nice trade for those who participated. And now the question is, does it just continue up to this next resistance, which right here is about 469? And then you have the 200-day, which is about 515. Or can we get some kind of pause around this pivot to retest the 50-day, which I will be looking to see if I could be a buyer of. At this point, everyone's like, oh, wow, just short Apple. Look at the move it just had. But if you look in relative speaking where it came from, just because you might not want to chase it doesn't mean it's a clear-cut short, because I think guys tried shorting it at 420, and who knows what they've done with it since. It showed you a little bit more strength, obviously, here than weakness. Here's, a big resistance, huge resistance. I'm hoping that we see some kind of pullback to the 50-day because I would like to get long again. If it doesn't happen, I'll probably just avoid it and look for another setup. But overall, since the earnings came out, it's acted a bit different. Those of you who are looking at the technicals and got maybe in, when it gapped up at 409 and said, I'll give it to 407, it didn't fill the gap. First time that hasn't happened in a while. Then it cleanly went through 419, 420 pretty quickly. And then even after just getting to the 50-day, it paused. The next day went right through it. So it seems as if there's a little less resistance. There's more buyers down here. The question is, when does that stall and what level are you looking to approach it? We do have some things in the pipeline coming out. You have some products coming out in June. And a lot of talk still about the watch, about the Mac, Air, a new type of iPad. So, you had that big, they had their debt offering yesterday that people weren't looking at. Everyone's trying to place reasons on why is Apple going up. The same way they were trying to look for answers on why Apple's going down. At this point, measure the commitment. We're through the 50-day. The longer we hold the 50-day moving forward, the higher the probability we can get higher prices and see upper levels. Have a great day trading.
I'm Mark Sperling, Director of Trading with T3 Trading Group and contributor to T3 Live. Do you trade on your own, but you wish you enjoyed the benefits of a large trading floor? With the T3 Live virtual trading floor, we deliver that experience to you on your computer. On the VTF, you can follow the long and short positions of experienced professional traders like myself, Scott Redler, and others, and listen to our live radio stations as we navigate the markets. In addition, you get the added value of a large community of sophisticated and like-minded traders. Your membership to the virtual trading floor also includes access to our two very popular newsletter products, Off the Charts and the Price Point Sheet at no additional cost. In my opinion, joining the room will be the best trading decision you will ever make. I would like to invite you to begin your membership with a 7-day free trial. To get started, visit t3live.com and click on the Virtual Trading Floor tab. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the VTF.